Good evening. Hi, my name is Barry Selby. This is my daily Facebook Live. Very late tonight, been a long day. But I want to get this one done before the end of the day to keep my commitment to myself and to you to do my daily Facebook Live. So before I begin, let me start with before I get too far in, let me start with my branding, which is my name is Barry Selby. I am a best-selling author, speaker, and relationship attraction expert, helping strong, successful women find balance in love, life, and business. And I'm a passionate champion for the divine feminine. Today's topic, which sort of came out of today, I actually went to the LA Auto Show, so I was thinking about cars and driving and maps and stuff, so I got, roadblocks or the road, I won't say the road less traveled, but the unknown territory. So this is Messages from the Masculine. They are Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart is the full title. This is number 187. Yes, do these daily, and this is my daily Facebook Live. Boy, where do I begin? First of all, let me do a complete sidebar. So bear with me. I'll come back to the topic. I just want to speak to, this evening I was at a screening of the movie Heal, H-E-A-L. Highly recommend you get a chance to watch it. It's number 1 on iTunes right now, under documentaries. I think it's going to be available on Amazon Prime or Amazon Video soon. But it's about a more holistic approach to health. If you haven't watched it, or if you're interested in the thing, I recommend highly that you watch the movie. I'm processing it still because I only watched it an hour ago. Finished watching an hour ago. So let's put back on topic. So roadblocks or unmapped territory. And what does that have to do with relationships? It has everything to do with relationships. If I remember what the hell I was thinking. I had a really good topic lined up, and I wrote it down to remind myself middle of the day when I came up with the idea, and I haven't actually remembered what it was about. I pretty sure I put like a subtitle in my notes to remind myself what I was going to talk about. This is funny. Okay, that's what it's going to be. So, roadblocks versus unknown territory. Let me think for a second, and please bear with me whilst I come back to what the title is, because it's one of those, like, what is this again? I'm still trying to remember what it is, so just got me thinking. So let me get back to the topic. Speaking about, actually, let me speak to a bigger version first, which is life. Yeah, there we go. I knew it was going to pop in, so good. Okay. Sometimes you have to bear with me. This is the way my mind works sometimes. Sorry, I'm trying to get this cable untwined, and I'm sure it's making noise on the camera, so let me try it this way. Let it go. We, as human beings, have one of two main ways we pursue things through life, both in life itself and in relationship. One is the way of known stumbling blocks, roadblocks, walls, and other challenges that get in the way of where we want to go, which is known as familiar territory. And the other one is the path of jumping off into the unknown. For many of us, it's more comfortable to stick to the roadblocks and the challenges rather than to explore something different and new. The reason I speak to this is because, one, I'm aware of this with my clients a lot of times, because what I'm doing a lot of times with my clients is helping them break the paradigm, the patterns of those familiar territories, and be willing to risk stepping into the unknown, be willing to step out into a whole new place to attract a relationship beyond their wildest dreams. Because if it's not your wildest dreams, it's familiar territory. And most familiar territory is filled with potholes and roadblocks and other things that get in the way of where you want to go. If you look at your history and relationships, you might see that as the truth. So this, now I'm starting to really get into this, now I understand what I'm talking, now I remember what I was talking about earlier, or thinking about earlier. The distinct difference between familiar territory and unknown territory is familiar territory is familiar. Like, duh, so obvious. What I mean by that is, it's retreading old patterns that you already know. And if you've had some bad relationships in the past that went sour, sour is the familiar, which means you will keep repeating the sour again and again and again. And that isn't functional, that isn't healthy. But because you don't know anything different, you're tempted to keep doing it because you don't know anything different. Kind of obvious, As I said, working with my clients, a lot of the work I'm working with them to do is to really disengage from the old patterns so they don't do it anymore, which leaves them with a brand new clean slate, which means everything new from that point is unknown. But for many people out there, jumping into relationships is scary to go with the unknown, so they'd rather stick to the safety. The safety of what sucks versus the unknown of what is amazing. You get the dichotomy here? Because so many people are unwilling to embrace the unknown because they don't know if they really get the amazing with the unknown. But so many people will prefer to be doing that. Rather than doing that, they want to stick to the familiar, which may suck, to be terrible, to be negative, to be limiting, to be roadblocks. So I'm asking this of you to consider this, that both options are available. Would you choose the familiar, which has the roadblocks in it, the stumbling blocks, the potholes, the painful patterns, the experiences, the losses, all those things? Or would you be willing to say, you know what, I'm going to drop that. I'm going to step out in the unknown and trust your coach, like me, or somebody else, or some other way, to go, you know what, I'm going to start with a whole new slate and clean paradigm. I want to start with something new and different, excuse me. I'm a little bit croaky. So the point I want to make is, for many people, they may say they want to jump and try something new, but for most of them, they're not. Just to say, from my own research with my clients, with my friends, with my own history, to be blunt and transparent, I retread the same patterns again and again and again. Again and again and again. 3 times, yes. To the point where I said, enough, I can't do that anymore. I've been living the unknown for the last 10 years. Actually, it's not really the unknown. It's the exploration of the amazing. That's been my experience of life. And what I help my clients achieve, no, that's the wrong word. Open up to is a better way of saying it. So this little teaching, this little module, number 187 in my daily Facebook Lives, in case you're just joining me, is to provoke the idea, yes, provoke is the word I'm going to use, all right, inspire the idea that you might be better served to choose the unknown path, the path less traveled, to quote from M. Scott Peck. It's the place to explore what's possible when you don't know. Whoops, sorry. There we go. My battery charge. I have a battery plugged into my phone because my phone's almost dead. So it just warned me it was almost about to die. So I want to make sure it's still going because I want to finish my broadcast. So the road less traveled. For bold people, maybe you're really clear that you're sick and tired of doing the old thing again and again. It doesn't work. I know it doesn't work. I've proven it to myself more than enough times, which is why I'm clear that I want my clients to free up from that pattern. I invite you to look at the possibility that relationship could be a whole different paradigm than it has been for you. If your relationships don't work, by the way. This is based on the caveat or the perception for people whose relationships have not been as ideal as they want them to be. If your relationships have been amazing every single time, then there's nothing to say here. Go about your business, you're doing fine. If that's true. If you're pretending, that's a whole other story, and you know that. But if your relationships have sucked in the past, have really been negative, limiting, dysfunctional, painful, you want to change it, maybe you want to think about next time you're proceeding down your path, to not go down the familiar route where you went into the place that was limiting, but instead you go forward into the place that's unknown. The exploration is what's possible. And if you want to know what that's about, reach out to me. This is where I specialize in my work. It's helping you discover what you really want, which is in the unknown because you haven't been there before. But the truth is, it's time. And I think that's the end of the bat. Okay. If you haven't watched my daily if you have not watched my daily Facebook Lives, by the way, they're usually downloads in a way. I guess I put it that way. They don't have a script format that I can come up with. I don't rehearse this stuff, and they're not bullet points on a card or anything. And oftentimes, like this one, I didn't have an idea what I was going to talk about when I started, but it came through. If you haven't watched my broadcasts, please go watch them. In fact, you can go to my website, which is barrysilver.com, click on the video blog on my website, and there's all of my broadcasts are listed there from the newest to the oldest, including this one will be up as soon as I sign off. Well, a few minutes after I sign off. It's also on my YouTube channel and also on my business page on Facebook. This is my ongoing series of talks called Messages from the Masculine to Inspire the Feminine Heart. This is number 187. Thanks for the love, thanks for the hearts. If you have questions, comments, please put them below. And if you want support directly, please message me directly over social media, or go to my website and click on the Let's Chat button. Well, it's actually navigation choice. And if you know anybody should watch this, please share it with them. Maybe you'll inspire somebody, provoke somebody, upset somebody, you know. So with that, this was the late night broadcast. As I said, I had a very full day today. Movie screen tonight with some friends, well, a lot of friends actually. The LA Auto Show today, that's what inspired the whole thing about the road less traveled and stuff. And also in this morning being in Santa Monica with the smoke, that was an interesting experience, by the way. So, as a PS, all my friends who are in the Ojai area, Ventura, in the Valley, who have been affected, my prayers are with you. My love and support is with you. I trust that you're safe, that your property is safe too, and your animals are safe as well. It's not a pretty time. I mean, I got to experience just the tip of the iceberg when I was in Santa Monica this morning, and all the smoke and the particulates in the air. It was like on my clothes. It was clearly big enough that it would carry all the way over to Santa Monica. So I'm sure it's terrible where you are. I saw some pictures from friends of how big the fires were early when they evacuated. So my prayers and love are with you. And yeah. So if you haven't watched my other broadcasts, please go watch them. There's a lot of content in this, and this is number 187 of my daily Facebook Lives. And tomorrow's topic, who knows? And thanks for watching. Usually I do them early in the day, by the way. This is a late night broadcast for me because, again, had a full day. But I invite you to take care of yourself. This is, by the way, my homework assignment. Take a look in the mirror. And for 5 minutes, look in your own eyes and tell yourself, I love you, to yourself. Say it till you feel it. Do that in the morning, do that in the evening for 30 days. And then get back to me and tell me how your life has changed. That's your homework. Go do it. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care of yourselves.